Hey everyone, it is Dana, Bad D Neal, Bad FBI. I am coming to you today because last week I saw a friend of mine do a periscope on different television shows or whatnot that she watches or that she doesn't watch, and what she does as an entrepreneur, what she does to build herself, and just basically saying some of the things. And I said, I watch Empire. And I said, I should do a periscope on why I watch Empire. So let me share this with you. And let me say thank you all for those of you that are following me. Thank you to those of you that give hearts or watch later. Thank you so much. I am outside today. It is a lot less hot than it was yesterday. But I'm thankful that I was able to barbecue for my family. And that I was able to sit back and kind of relax. And I watched a movie, 2 of them as a matter of fact. And then I decided this morning, now I need to explain myself. Although I don't, I'm going to explain myself. And I'm going to explain myself because I just want to share. I really just want to share. So, and it's raining here, but it's really nice. This is why I'm outside. So anyway, I watch Empire, and I watched Real Housewives of the OC, Real Housewives of Orange County. And you know what? I did watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I steer away from Real Housewives of Atlanta currently. The Real Housewives show I don't watch anymore, any of those shows anymore, only because I downsized on cable and satellite, so I don't even have a desire to watch them. It's been 2 years. And I know I could watch them online or watch on Hulu Plus, which we have a subscription for, but I just don't have a desire. I like my scarf. Thank you. Anyway, I watched Empire. Empire's first season was 2014, 2015, and so the next season is coming up in the next couple of weeks. Listen, I watched it. It was, the first couple episodes really had me on, I don't know if I can do this. This is not portraying our African American people the way I think I would want to be portrayed if I was in the music industry. So I think the first couple of times I just didn't watch. But then I missed a few episodes, and then I caught up on Hulu. And as I watched, my mind went over to what exactly is this showing? It isn't that there's bad attitude. It isn't that there's murder. It isn't that there's cursing. It isn't that there's different sexual preference. It isn't any of those things. It is life, which includes all of those things. We have people in the African American community that don't know how to deal with our friends and family who have a different sexual preference. As a woman of God, as a ministry leader, I don't agree with it, but I do know that we hate the sin and not the sinner. So yeah, there's some homosexual tendencies, homosexual lifestyle in that show, yes. There is cursing, there's rap music, there's R&B, there's all of that. But there is also something that God gave us that we kind of take for granted, and that is our gifts. That is the things that God gave us to use, that God gave without repentance. And I think people don't understand that when we look at people and how they live their lives, that's life. Your neighbor is an Empire member. Your cousin is a person that could be on Empire. Your daughter, your father, your husband, your wife, anybody could have sit in those characters on Empire. Somebody we know is doing that. Somebody we know is living that life. It may not be exact. It may not be perfect. It may not be what we think it should be, but it is. It is life. It's every day. It's something that happens. It's something that is. So I watch Empire not to get the entertainment of what I can get by looking outside my window. I watch Empire because there's something I can learn from from them of what not to do in utilizing the gifts and services that God gives me. Now, I can sing a little, okay? I'm not a singer. Let's just get that together. I'm not a singer. But I have family who's in entertainment. They go through some ups and downs. And you know what? Maybe they didn't use drug money to get in entertainment. I'm quite sure they didn't use drug money to get in entertainment. But I know that there's some ups and downs, ins and outs, and there's some backwards and forward in all of that. And every family goes through that, no matter how much money they have or don't have. They go through these different issues. The father was sick. We have parents, or we have people in our families that are sick. Thank you for joining. We have people that we go through different things in life that I think we don't understand. Empire shows life in general. So then you're probably saying, well, why do you watch Real Housewives of the OC, Real Housewives of Orange County? I was intrigued by the lifestyle. Why? I want the mansion. I want the big house. I want the office. I want all of those things. Those are the desires of my heart. But as I looked at Real Housewives of the OC, as well as Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I looked at what they said their lives were like prior to getting to that level. None of us are born with a silver spoon in our mouths. None of us. But we also have to, again, like I was saying about Empire, the gifts that God gave us, we have to use them in a certain way that will maximize what we have and what we want, what we desire. So then you have to look at those lifestyles and say, how come I can't have the mansion? How come I can't build a business? There were some women. There was one woman on Real Housewives of the OC who was a real estate agent, and she sold, $1 million homes. But she had to build from there. There was another lady who's actually from my state, from Wisconsin, from Wisconsin and Illinois. I believe she was born in Wisconsin, and they moved to Illinois. Either way, she's in Orange County, and she's an insurance agent. Well, she runs her own insurance business, and she does that effectively. When I look at her business mindset, I learned something from that. See, the problem that a lot of people have with real reality shows is the fact that you are looking into somebody's life, and when you're looking in their life, you're touching on their experiences, whether it's business or not. When I look at people in their life, my gloss is really distractions. When I look at those shows and I look at people in their lives, I say to myself, how do I match up with that? And can I get to that point? Because even though I have problems, I still have goals and aspirations. Even though I have issues, I still have dreams. I still have gifts. I still have a necessity. I still have the things that I can do. So basically, when you look at those real reality shows, what people want other people to do is to succumb to their situations, deal with their situations, and then build. But life doesn't work like that. You have to keep doing what was set out to do, regardless of what comes at you. When people run a race, when they fall down, as long as their legs are not broken, and some people have fallen down, their ankles have been twisted and legs broken, and they continue on running the race. They continue on running the race. Did you catch that? Some people don't just stop because they've been hurt. They don't stop because they're wounded. They don't stop because they have a lack. They keep going some kind of way. Today, I'm missing a resource that I need to finish a project that should have probably been done or close to done by now, but I'm going to continue to do it. Why? Because even though that resource is missing, doesn't mean that I can't try some kind of way. So what I learned from Empire and what I learned from the Real Housewives of the OC, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, is that not everyone born with a silver spoon in their mouth, but not everyone is like me and see things at a value that really isn't there. Yeah, there's some bad things that go on TV, but there's some bad things that go on in life. So with that, I hope that I've given you some insight on why I watch it. I don't know why you watch it or why you don't, but that's okay that you don't. But I hope I've given you some insight on why I do. God bless, and I'll see you on the next scope.